Hi guys, Don Pelto here. Welcome to the Podiatry Mastery Show. Today we're going to talk about a few things. This is a collaboration. I invited all of you and no one came, so it was a flop. I like to share what's working and what's flopping. I'll explain kind of what I tried and what didn't work. Update from the podcast: we're getting more subscribers. I think we're up to 25 people watching actively. So if you are, that's great. We're adding another venue, just something else to occupy my time with, is YouTube. Basically, I'm just repurposing the video portion on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, the thing is what happens is people like to get content in a certain way. So if you're a podcast person, if you listen to other stuff on Audible and podcasts, you're probably going to like the podcast. If you're a YouTuber, you're going to like the YouTube video. So just pick your poison, whichever one that you want. I'm going to share the link that I use for my patient presentations, and you guys can try those if you want. We went to a recent conference, and this is a bulky marketing idea. I don't know if you've heard about bulky marketing or 3D marketing. I'll share about that. In our office, we have socks and like a water bottle and a shoehorn and stuff like that. Compounding pharmacy. Seems like everyone's doing CBD and compounding. That's how I feel. And I think compounding, they're just doing it because they're making a lot of money, I'm guessing. And then CBD, I don't know. But anyway, they want us to use it. And it's something called ClipScribe, if you haven't heard about this. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I'm thinking about switching the format. That's why I called it the Practice Mastery Show, and including different kind of content, because I want to reutilize this content because it might be posted some other places too. Like each component here would be one day's content in a shorter material. So first, these are the presentations that I use, and I'll go to the actual site, and the ones I used most are on the top. And I actually put these on an iPad, and I have the patients watch it while I'm seeing them. So I'll start the initial presentation, I'll talk to them, and I'll use these presentations. They're pre-recorded videos. If you don't think your patients are going to watch 11 minutes, you only have to watch a portion of it, or you can send it to them in the email so they can watch afterwards. This is a neat idea. I think this is another shockwave company. It's called Softwave. But what I like the idea is we have a breakfast here, bacon, and this is what I like. This is ketogenic breakfast here. If you guys are into all this healthy stuff, results that will knock your socks off. So our socks, you can send a referring doctor. We have our own Central Mass Podiatry socks, and knock your socks off with those. That's kind of a neat idea, giving them out and putting something on here. This is a pharmacist that wanted to get to know me. I kind of like this. He said, let's meet. I'd like to schedule a time to talk about these things, warts and stuff like that. I thought that was a neat idea. They reached out to us, did a little letter, showed us a little bit about their pharmacy, talked a little bit about them. But what I found in most things, it's all about them and not really much about me. So there wasn't a really big call to action. Like if he offered, like, let's say a book on how to use compounded pharmacy stuff to grow your practice, or how, like, case studies of how patients have gotten better with compounded stuff, that would kind of inspire me more, because I'm a little skeptical. And then finally, this is that ClickScribe thing. I don't like this guy kind of looks a little funny, but it's kind of a neat idea. So what happens is you do your social media posts, and it transcribes it, and it puts it underneath it. So basically, the thought is, like, even for this little video that I do, or so if you're podcast, you're listening when you're driving probably, but if you're watching it at work, you're probably not going to want to listen to my voice. So it would be better if it was transcribed. I know certain places automatically do that, like LinkedIn, but this is a kind of a way of doing that, and it doesn't seem that expensive as I was looking into it. Okay, so let's go into the podcast. What did we talk about this last week? If you're not following it, you're going to now. I talked about a book called The Gap and the Gain. If you haven't read that, great book talking about how to stay out of the gap, which is basically negative thinking. It's a good book. I would recommend it. Written by Dan Sullivan, who is where I go to for a strategic coach, and Benjamin Hardy have good ideas. I lost my virtual assistant. I've talked to you guys about that before. I was using a virtual assistant. He got sick in the Philippines, and I'm having a hard time finding someone else. I'm too much of a tightwad. They have this Filipino virtual assistant thing, but you have to like buy $60 a month. I know I should just hunker down and buy it and for a month, because I'm sure I would get someone, but I'm just trying to shortcut the system, and it's not really working. It's turning into a long cut for me. Faxing as a marketing tool. I just talk about how to use faxes, sending them to doctors when you're seeing a new doctor. I'm trying it. It's kind of flopped as well. I'll tell you about my flops as well. 3 secrets to stopping PRN visits. I participated in a webinar that Cindy Pezza did, and this is what I took away. This was the best point: is every new patient now is a follow-up. There's no PRN, and that kind of works well for me. So if you want to listen to that, that's that. I'm starting to put stuff here onto Podiatry Practice Mastery. It's on YouTube. Right. So if it wasn't enough just in an audio, now it's in YouTube. And I'm putting some interviews. I did an interview with Chris recently, a little presentation for Cindy that she's going to reuse, and then the Practice Mastery update. So if you want to see my wonderful face, you can watch them right here. I haven't put all the other stuff up here, basically just because I don't have King to do that for me. But that's what it is. We have 7 subscribers. So hopefully after this week, there'll be maybe 10, 20. So tell me what you think about that. This is my flop. I put this on the membership site. This is the collaboration, and you can see no one collaborated. But it's probably my fault. I didn't offer enough, so I'm going to leave it up for another week. Otherwise, I'm going to scrap the idea. Basically, I wanted you to kind of look at my patient presentation on plantar fasciitis, or you don't have to, but just tell me what's working for you with plantar fasciitis and any pearls that you have for others. And I'm going to share that with other people, with the other listeners. You don't have to put who you are even. Just please, please, please don't just select all this and delete it. That would be the only thing I'd ask. But at least go there. Take a look at it. I put the link underneath here. These are the presentations. If you go to drpelto.com/presentations, you can use these. Feel free. These are 10-minute presentations that basically the format now is I have them start. I start them showing the presentation, and then I get to it's going to take too long, so that I just give them a little iPad and they watch these presentations in the office. And then finally, this is that, and this is the ClickScribe. This is the guy that has ClickScribe, so you can do this and watch his little things here as well. Okay, once again, hope that was helpful, and thanks for watching Podiatry Practice Mastery. Okay, bye.